realizing that God is a on-purpose God. He's very intentional. And when he does things, it's not a mistake. It's not an accident. And when he allows things, it's not a mistake and it's not an accident. And now that I'm where I am in my life mentally, and spiritually growing, that everything he did was a setup. And why I say that is because reading the word, it tells you if you seek him first, all these things will be added unto you. And no matter how dark it got, I continued to strive to see the light. And now I get that. Seek him first. I had no other choice but to seek him, to seek the light, to seek his face, to seek his ways, to just want his guidance. And realizing that you allowed me to go through these things so that I can seek you, so that I can come back to you. Just knowing that he cares about me that much, that he will set me up just to bring me out of the darkness into the light. And the light is wisdom. The light is knowledge. The light is understanding. The light is prosperity. The light is provision. The light is no worries. The light is faith. The life, the truth. When I started out on this journey, I had a lot of worry as to, am I doing it right, Lord? Am I doing this right? And there's no right or wrong way to surrender. Just let go. Just let go. And let God. That's your first step. That's step one, letting go. And when I let go of control, because I still felt like I needed to control, how am I doing this? How am I doing that? Just let go and let me do what I'm going to do, baby. And when I did that, when I released my hands off of my life, I started realizing like, dag, I'm not thinking about that no more. Dag, I'm not doing this no more. And dag, I'm now living my life according to his will. And it was on purpose. It was intentional. It was necessary. When he sets you up, it's only because he knows what sits inside of you. And he wants you to just get a glimpse, just a glimpse of what you can be if you just let go and surrender. And when I got that glimpse, baby, when I got that glimpse, I wanted it overnight. I wanted it express. And I thought it was going to happen like that. But he didn't tell me that when he set me up. The things that lie on the road to that provision. And let me tell you, every trial, every tribulation, everything he threw my way, I had faith in knowing that it was him. And then that's when it became a little bit easy. It's not. But it became a little bit more, it's something in this. He want me to learn something in this. What am I going to take from this trial? What am I going to take from this? What am I going to take? I stumbled. Am I going to get back up, or am I going to go back to what I know? He sets the stones in front of you, but you got to allow the word to be a lamp, which is a light, unto your feet, so you won't stumble over those stones. You get me, baby? And I surrendered. And I started seeking him. And he became my light. I didn't have to look down when I was walking because I was dodging them stones by faith. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have to worry because I was no longer in darkness. So I didn't have to worry about stumbling over those stones. And I knew that those stones were set up purposely to see if I would continue to stumble over the same, you hear me? Over the same trial and tribulation. A lot of us stumble over the same stone several times before we get the message. But he done allow me to experience some things that I'm starting to learn a lesson after the first stumble. Okay? And I want y'all all to know that Look at life as an on-purpose setup. It doesn't matter what the trial and tribulation is, because if you give it to God and if you live in your life according to God, you got to know that it's purpose. When you stumble over that stone, it's something, it's a lesson in every stone. You're supposed to walk away with a lesson. Every time you stumble, you're supposed to walk away with a lesson. And that lesson is going to lead you to your blessings. Bars. You can't look back. You can't, even when you stumble over it. You know how some of us trip and be like, dang, what was that? Don't do none of that. Stumble, get up and go. Stumble, get up and go. Because everything that is in you is ahead of you. It's not behind you. That means let go of the people, the places, the things, the activity, the fornication, the lie, everything you have to let go. Because everything that he is bringing you to, and I'm saying to because everything is a lesson. Everything that he is bringing you to holds a blessing. But you got to want to see the blessing. You got to see what else is there. You showed me this little bit. You gave me this. You gave me a taste. You showed me a little bit of who I can be. Sometimes you got to be thankful for the stones that he placed in front of you, because them stones is birthing the best parts of you. And I speak a lot of that, because I will continue to tell the world, I did not know this woman that sit here in front of you today. It was the stones that birthed her. It was the falls that created this woman right here. So sometimes we have to embrace the stones that lies ahead of us. I'm telling you, don't look back at what was. We trying to figure out what is, because I want to get to know the next layer of myself. And I thank God for the stones. I thank God for the affliction. I thank God for the heartache. I thank God for the depression. I thank God for the anxiety. Everything that he brought up against my life, even though it was hard, it was necessary. So sometimes complaining about the stones, the affliction, the pain, the heartache, take it. Take it. And I know it's easier said than done, because when your girl was going through it, I couldn't see right from wrong, left from right, up from down. I couldn't see it. But as I continue to go on this journey, each time I continue to fall over these stones, I continue to meet a new version of myself each day. And everything about this version has nothing to do with my past. So you might meet some people that say, oh, remember when you used to do this? Yeah, I remember. And I also forgot. So I don't know why you still remember, okay? Because God done forgave me for those sins. So now here I am, embracing the setup. So I don't need you to remember the things of my past. Let that go, baby, because I did. I'm moving forward. Let's talk about what I'm doing now. Let's talk about let's talk about what's ahead of me. Matter of fact, we don't even need to discuss that, because it's none of your business and all of mine. You know what I mean? Because you're going to have people that's going to try to throw you off and make you fall. That's what happens. That's what happens. See, those people that's going to come back around and try to remind you of your past, those are stones. Because when you answer them in a different way, you became somebody new. Because normally when you fall over those stones, you respond with anger. You respond with hatred. You respond with cussing. You don't got to do none of that, because you learned. See, and I'm telling you, I fell over that stone a lot of times, having people trying to bring me in who I used to be. But let me introduce you to who I am now. And if you can't shake hands and make way with me now, we don't have nothing to talk about, baby. Because them stones are behind me. And now who I am now, I can answer you. Not in my way, but in a biblical way. Okay? I'm going to respond to you the way God want me to respond to you. Oh, no, I don't remember that. And I'm sorry that you do. But God is an on-purpose God. He is very intentional. Those stones are to see, have you learned? And if you didn't learn, you're going to stumble over them again. So you have to learn how to respond to chaos. You have to learn how to turn the other cheek. You have to learn not to embrace the negativity. You have to let it go and let God and embrace the setup. It's a setup, baby. It's a setup. And it's only to bring you out. To bring you out. So how many times are you going to stumble over the same stone before you allow yourself to stumble over the next one and learn the lesson. You got to move on. You can't keep stumbling over the same stone. So when the things of the past come, respond to it biblically or don't respond to it at all. Just keep it pushing. Just keep it pushing. Everything for you is in front of you. You don't have to answer nothing that's behind you. God is on purpose. God is intentional, and he will set you up just so you can recognize the things that's inside of you, because you are impregnated with gifts, blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. But when are you going to learn the lessons so that you can birth the best version of you? I'm just saying.